Paper number 57. Question number 66 to 70. Paper number 57. Question number 66 to 70. Now in this question number 66 to 70, what is the information here? Now in total we have some, how many persons are there? A and his other 5 family members. A and his 5 family members means A is a male, isn't it? A is a male, and the remaining 5 persons B, C, D, E and F belongs to the same family. Hence in total we have some 6 persons. Earlier we have solved these type of questions in a circle, isn't it? 6 persons or 8 persons seated around a circular table. All these persons belongs to a family and they are related to P in some way or the other that was given in the examination, isn't it? Now see here, now we are discussing this one in a row arrangement. Now in that circular arrangement we have discussed about one thing. Yes, what is the point we have discussed at that time? While working out this in the circular arrangement, blood relations and circle. Yes? No circle. Now no need to draw this family tree, isn't it? All the relations can be adjusted in the circle itself. Now similarly here also, let us try to find out the relations within the row itself rather than drawing a separate family tree. Now how many persons are there? 6 persons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in total we have some 6 persons. A and his other family members, namely B, C, D, E and F, are sitting in a straight line facing north but not necessarily in the same order. A sits out to the right of his uncle. A is seated out to the right of his uncle. A is having an uncle, isn't it? Now A is here. Now this A is having, A's parent is there and parent's brother is there. Whether paternal uncle or maternal uncle, that is not clearly given, but whereas whether this A is having his uncle or not. And A is a male and A is having an uncle. A sits out to the right of his uncle. If his uncle is at this place, 1, 2, 3, A will be here, isn't it? A sits out to the right of his uncle. That is one possible. Then what is the next one here? And A does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line. As A is not at the extreme ends of the line, then what is the second other possibility here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now in this one, A will be here and his uncle will be at this place, isn't it? Hence how many possibilities do we have? We have only 2 possibilities because A cannot be at the extreme end of the line. A is having a son. A's son sits to the immediate left of A. A is having a son. Now that person is seated to the immediate left of whom? To the immediate left of A. Hence A's son must be at this place because all the persons are facing towards north. And A's son sits to the immediate left of A. Only 2 people between A's son and E. Between A's son and E, how many persons are there? There must be 2 people. Hence in case 1, E is the uncle of A, and in this case 2 also E is the uncle of A. Hence in both the cases, who is the uncle of A? E is the uncle, isn't it? No sir, only 2 people sit between A's son and E. Now between, A's son and E. Between A's son and E, how many persons are there? There are only 2 people in between A's son and E. As A's son and A's son is here, 2 people means E must be at this place, and similarly here also E must be at this place. Only 2 people sit between A's son and E. Only 1 person sit between A and B. 1 person sits between A and B, B must be here, and in this case B must be here. 1 person between A and B. C is married to B. Now which 2 persons are married here? B and C are married couple. C is married to B. B and C are married couple. And C is married to B. C sits out to the right of B. As C is seated out to the right of B, B is here. And C will be here. C sits out to the right of B. A sits second to the right of his father. A is having a father as well, isn't it? Now A sits out to the right. A sits second to the right of his father. As A is seated second to the right of his father, and so who is his father? B is his father. In this case also B is the father of A. A sits second to the right of his father. E is married to F. C and B are married couple, and E and F is also a married couple. E is married to F. E is not an immediate neighbor of F. As E is not an immediate neighbor of F, hence F will be here. And in this case, F can be either at this place or at this place, isn't it? E is not an immediate neighbor of F. F is not A's son. Now in this case, what is the answer we are getting here? In this case, F is the son of A, that's what we are getting. Now in the second arrangement, we are getting F is the son of A. But as here it is clearly specified, F is not A's son. And the second case is ruled out. Now we are left with only one case. And again, as F cannot be the son of A, hence F is the uncle of A. As F is the uncle, then who is the person left over here? D is the person left over. Clear now? Now in this one. Now A is here. Who is the son of A? D is the son of A. Now I can write D here. D is the son of A. Then who is the father of A? B is the father of A. Now B is the father. Who is the uncle of A? F is the uncle of A. Now this F is married to whom? E and F are married couple. F is male and E is a female. And B and C are married couple. B is male and C is female. Now this is how these 6 persons were seated in a row, and these 6 persons belongs to a family. Clear now? Yes, is this clear? Now here we have focused completely on the row arrangement rather than the relations. Obviously the relations will also be adjusted into this one. Then question number 1. Yes, tell me what about question number 66 here? Which of the following statements is true regarding D? Regarding D, and D is the grandson of B, definitely true or false? Now D is the grandson of B, definitely true, that is choice 1. Which of the following represents the position of B from the left end of the line? Position of B from the left end of the line. B is here, B is second from the left end of the line. Second from the left, that is choice 5. Then question number 68. 4 of the following 5. 4 of the following 5 is nothing but an odd man out. A and F. What is the relation between A and F here? In between A and F there are 2 persons. And C and D. C and D there is only 1 person. F and D there is only 1 person, isn't it? And B and A there is 1 person. And B and F there is no person. Yes, question number 68. Yes, tell me what is the answer here? Now in this question number 68, 4 of the following 5 is nothing but an odd man out. Yes, tell me what is the odd man out here? Except choice 2 C and D. In the remaining 4 choices, both the persons are males. Avuna kada? Fifth option వస్తుంది. Yes. Now question number 68. 4 of the following 5 is nothing but an odd man out. Now in choice 1, A and F. Tell me the genders of these 2 persons, A and F. A is a male, F is a male. And choice 2, C and D. C is a female, D is a male. Next one, choice 3, D and F. D is male, F is again a male. And in choice 4, A and B. B is male, A is also a male. And in choice 5, B and F. B is male and F is male. Then what is your answer here? Choice 2. Except choice 2. And in the remaining pairs, both the persons are males, and in choice 2 there is 1 male and a female. Hence choice 2 is the odd one. Then question number 69. Now in this 69, which of the following pairs stands at the extreme ends of the line? Extreme ends of the line, who are those 2 persons? E and F. E and F. E and F, what is the answer here? E and F. F is here, A's uncle. E is not A's uncle. And D and A's father. D cannot be at the end. And F and A's aunt. F F is here. And who is A's aunt? E is A's aunt. Hence F and E, that is choice 3. The next one, question number 70. What is the position of C with respect to A's son? Who is A's son? Tell me here. A's son is D, and F with respect to D, second to the left, that is given in choice 2. Position of C with respect to A's son. Position of C is seated second to the right. Second to the right, that is given in choice 1. Done with this? Now this is about question number 66 to 70. Then 71 to 75. Now in this question number 71 to 75, 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H live on 8 different floors of a building, but not necessarily in the same order. Isn't it? Floor arrangement. And the lowermost floor of the building is number 1, and the one above this one is number 2, and so on. And each of them belongs to a different city. What are the cities here? 8 different cities were given. 8 persons living on 8 different floors, and they belong to a different city. Now we need to find out the person and the city to which they belong. Now 8 floors as the floor arrangement is given. Now we should fix the floors at the center. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 are the 8 floors. 8 persons are living in these 8 different floors. 8 persons living in these 8 different floors. Then condition number 1. F lives on an even number floor above floor number 5. F is even number floor above floor number 5. Tell me what are the different possibilities for this F. F is even number floor and above floor number 5. ఎన్నిసార్లు అవుతుంది కోంట దగ్గర కూడా ఎలాగైందా కరెంట్ పోతే ఆయన ఏం చేస్తారు As F lives on an even number floor above the floor number 5. Above the floor number 5, how many even floors are there? There are 2 even floors. What are those? F can be either on the 6th floor or F can be on the 8th floor. There are 2 possibilities. Hence we are representing these 2 simultaneously. Next one. And above floor number 5, only 4 people live between F and the one who belongs to Mumbai. Between F and Mumbai there must be exactly 4 persons. Hence 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the person who belongs to Mumbai must be on the 3rd floor. Now in this case 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the person who belongs to Mumbai must be on the ground floor. Then, and B lives immediately above the one who belongs to Mumbai. B is immediately above the one who belongs to Mumbai. B is here. Now in this case B lives immediately above the one who belongs to Mumbai. Only 3 people live between B and the one who belongs to Agra. B and Agra there must be exactly 3 persons, hence in case 1. Now the person belongs to Agra must be on floor number 8, and 3 persons between B and the one who belongs to Agra, and the person who belongs to Agra must be on floor number 6. Isn't it? Next one. 3 people between B and the one who belongs to Agra. Only 1 person lives between the one who belongs to Agra and A. Agra and A there must be exactly 1 person. Now in this case Agra and A there must be exactly 1 person. There are 2 possibilities in case 2. Isn't it? A can be either on 8th floor or on the 4th floor. A does not live on the topmost floor. As A does not live on the topmost floor, hence A must be on floor number 4. A is on floor number 4. And the number of people living below A is equal to, number of persons below A is equal to the number of people living above G. Now sir, yesterday we had discussed about this point. number of people in between, okay, above this person equals to this person, number of persons to the left hand side of this person equals to the right hand side of this person, and so on. Now here, how many persons are below this A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 persons are below this A. As 5 persons are below this A, how many persons should be above this G? There must be 5 persons above this G, hence G must be on the third floor. Are you following this one or not? Below A, there are 5 persons, above G, there are 5 persons. Number of persons below A is equals to the number of persons above G. And similarly here, how many persons are there below this A? 3 persons. Now above this G, there must be 3 persons, and G must be on floor number 5. Done with this? Then next one. The one who belongs to Simla lives on odd number floor below G. Simla lives odd number floor below G. Hence in this one, now in case 1, the person belongs to Simla must stay on floor number 1. And odd number floor, the person belongs to Simla lives on odd number floor below G. Odd number floor below G, and in the second case, the person belongs to Simla must be on floor number 3. Because 1 is already filled. Only 3 people live between the one who belongs to Simla and the one who belongs to Jaipur. 3 people between Simla and Jaipur, 1, 2, 3, and the person belongs to Jaipur must be on floor number 5. And 3 people between Simla and Jaipur, 1, 2, 3, and in the second case, the person belongs to Jaipur must stay on floor number 7. And only 3 people below this one, next one. 3 people live between the one who belongs to Simla and the one who belongs to Jaipur. The one who belongs to Kolkata lives immediately below the one who belongs to Delhi. Kolkata is immediately below the one who belongs to Delhi, and in case 1, the person belongs to Kolkata must be on 6th floor, and the person belongs to Delhi must be on the 7th floor. These 2 persons must be immediate adjacent to each other. Belongs to Kolkata lives immediately below this one, and the person belongs to Kolkata must be on floor number 4, and Delhi must be on floor number 5. Next one. D lives immediately above the one who belongs to Ranchi, and D lives immediately above the one who belongs to Ranchi. Now sir, can Ranchi be on the 2nd floor in case 1? If Ranchi is on the 2nd floor, then D must be on 4th floor, which is not possible. Hence Ranchi cannot be on the 2nd floor, hence the person belongs to Ranchi must be on 4th floor, and D lives immediately above the one who belongs to Ranchi, isn't it? D lives immediately above the one who belongs to Ranchi. Then coming to this one, now the person belongs to Ranchi cannot be on the 8th floor because D must be above this one. Now in this case, the person belongs to Ranchi must be on the 2nd floor, and this D will be on the 3rd floor. And D lives immediately above the one who belongs to Ranchi. Only one person lives between the one who belongs to Ranchi and E. Ranchi and E, there must be exactly one person. Now the person belongs to Ranchi is on floor number 4, and one person between these 2, and the person E must stay on 2nd floor, because there must be exactly one person between Ranchi and E. Now in this case, between Ranchi and E, as the person belongs to Ranchi is here on the 2nd floor, and E must be on the 4th floor, which is not possible because A is already there, and the second case is completely ruled out. Now we are left with only one possibility. Then in this one, H does not live below E. That means H is living above E. H will be here. If H is here, then who is the person left over here? A, B, C is the person left over. And what is the city left over here? And the city which is left over is Varanasi, and the person belongs to Varanasi must stay on floor number 2. Clear now? Now in this one again, we have 2 possibilities, and with the help of one of the conditions, the second possibility got invalid. We are left with only one case. Hence, the first and foremost step what we are supposed to do is, first we should try to draw as many possibilities as there are possible. Clear? And this is about question number 71 to 75. Yes, write down this one. Then let us start working question number 76 to 80. After this 71 to 75, then question number 76 to 80. Now in these question number 76 to 80, how many vessels are there? There are 6 vessels, A, B, C, D, E and F. Each holding different quantities of water. 6 vessels are there, and these 6 vessels hold different quantities of water. Then different quantities of water are kept on a table, C holds more than F. Now question number 76 onwards. C holds more than F. Now in total we have some 6. Now these 6 are arranged in the ascending order or the descending order on a table. Now 6 are there, 6 vessels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 6 vessels are there, and these 6 vessels holds different quantities of water, different quantities of water. Then what about condition number 1 here? And on a table, C holds more water than F, C holds more water than F, but lesser than A and E, but lesser than both A and E, isn't it? This is how we can able to represent the data. Lesser than A and E. Next one, B holds less water than F. B holds less water than F, we can represent here. B holds less water than F. E does not hold the maximum water. As E does not hold the maximum water, hence E is in between A and C, isn't it? E cannot have the maximum, hence E is in between A and C. Then what is the other information here? E does not hold the maximum amount of water. D holds more water than B but lesser than C, and D holds more water than B lesser than C. This D can be, tell me where can this D? D can be in between F and B, or it can be in between C and F, isn't it? Hence how many possibilities? 2 possibilities. Then tell me what are the possibilities here? A, E, C, after this C, D, F and B. This is one possibility. Then what is the second possibility here? A, E, C, after this C, F, D and B, isn't it? F, D and B. Hence we have some 2 possibilities in this. Then if A holds, then what is the other information here? F holds 7 liters of water. Here F is 7, here F is 7. F holds 7 liters of water. The vessel holding the second highest quantity of water holds 11. Second highest, E is 11, here also E is 11. Then question number 76. If A holds 3 liters more water than E, now E is 11, A is 3 more than E, that means 11 plus 3 is how much? 14. Hence the quantity of water held by A is 14, that is choice 1. Then question number 77. With respect to the quantities of water held by the vessels, E plus B equals to 14. As E plus B equals to 14, E is how much? E is 11 and B will be how much? Then B will be 3. If B is 3, then what is the value of B plus F? What is F here? F is 7 and B is 3. 3 plus 7, that is 10, choice 2. Question number 77, it is choice 2. Then coming to 78, which vessel holds the third highest quantity of water? In both the cases, third highest quantity of water is held by C, that is choice 5. Then question number 79, if D holds 4 liters of water, if D holds 4 liters of water, then this case is completely ruled out, first case, because F is 7, 7 is lesser than D, which is not possible. Hence D holds 4 liters of water, hence this will be 4. Then which of the following is true about D? D holds the second lowest quantity of water, true or false? Definitely true, because this is more than this B, and second lowest quantity of water, that is definitely true, choice 1. Then question number 80, which of the following is possibly the quantity of water held by C? Now whatever this C here, F is 7 and E is 11. Now this C is in between 7 and 11. Here also it is in between 7 and 11. As it is between 7 and 11, what is the answer here? The possibility could be 8 liters. Clear now? That is choice 3. Now this is about question number 76 to 80. Then 81 onwards. Now question numbers 81 to 85. Now these questions are based on data sufficiency. Now in this data sufficiency, 2 statements are given. Then question number 1. Now question number 81, 6 people MN, OP, Q and R are standing in a straight line facing north. 6 people MN, O, P, Q and R are standing in a straight line facing north, then with equal distance between each other but not necessarily in the same order. Then the question is about who sits second to the right of P. Now the question is about who is seated second to the right of P is the question, isn't it? Now, in order to identify who is seated second to the right of P, then tell me which statement is required. Whether statement 1 alone is required or 2 alone is required to determine the person who is seated second to the right of P. Then condition number 1. How many people are there? 6 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then Q sits third from the left hand of the line. Q is seated third from the left hand of the line. Only one person in between Q and R. One person between Q and R. R can be either at the left end, and what is the other possibility here? 3, 4, 5, 6. And Q is here. R can be second from the right. There are two possibilities to this R. R can be either the left end or second from the right. Only one person between Q and R. M stands to the immediate right of R. M is to the immediate right of R. Here also M is to the immediate right of R. And only 3 people between M and P. Here M is here 1, 2, 3. Only 3 people between M and P. Here 1, 2, 3. Only 3 people between M and P. Are you getting any answer here? Who is seated second to the right of P? Now here there is no one. Here there is one person. Who is that person? That person could be either M or, sorry, M is already completed, N or O, isn't it? Now here who can be second to the right? Either N or O, N or O. Hence 1 alone is not sufficient because we are getting more than one answer. Either N can be to the second right or O can be second right, or there is no person who is seated second to the right of P, isn't it? Second to the right of P. Hence 1 alone is not sufficient. Now we are taking 2 alone. Now in 2 alone, R sits second from the right end of the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. R is seated second from the right end of the line. M is an immediate neighbor of R. As M is an immediate neighbor of R, how many different possibilities we can have? There are 2 possibilities once again. 3, 4, 5, 6. R is here. M can be either right hand side of R or left hand side of R. Immediate neighbor of R. Q stands third to the left of M. Now in the first case Q is here. Now in the second case Q is here. Q stands third to the left of M. P stands to the immediate left of Q. P is to the immediate left of Q here. Here this case is completely ruled out. Now in this one, then tell me who is second to the right of P? Either N or O. And with the help of condition number 2 also, either N or O can be seated second to the right of P. 1 alone is not sufficient, 2 alone is not sufficient. Then by combining these two. If you combine these two, R is seated second from the right end of the row, isn't it? As R is seated second from the right end of the row, this case is ruled out. Now we are left with only one case. Now if you combine these two are one and the same, isn't it? As these two are one and the same, tell me who is seated second to the right of P? Either N or O seated second to the right of P. By combining these two statements also, we cannot able to determine the person who is seated second to the right of P. Then what is your answer here? And by combining these two also, even in both the statements are not sufficient to determine the answer that is given in choice 5. The data even in both the statements 1 and 2 together are not sufficient. That is choice 5 is the answer. Clear now? Now this is about question number 81. Then coming to question number 82. Now in this question number 82, point A is in which direction with respect to point Q? A is in which direction with respect to point Q? Then A is in which direction with respect to point Q? Now we need to identify the direction of A with respect to point Q. Condition number 1. A person starts walking from point A, walks 7 meters towards south. A person started walking from point A. Now let us take this is point A. From here first he traveled how many meters? 7 meters towards south. Walks 7 meters towards south and then takes a left turn and walks 5 meters. Left hand side, and this is 5 meters. He then takes a left turn and walks for 5 meters. Again left hand side and walks for 5 meters. 5 meters before stopping at point D. Now he stopped at point D. Now from point D is 2 meters away from Q. Now this D is 2 meters away from Q. Whether this D is to the south of Q or west of Q, east of Q, north of Q is not given. Hence Q can be either at this place or at this place or at this place. Hence we cannot able to determine the direction of A with respect to this, isn't it? Hence 1 alone is not sufficient. Then what about 2 alone here? Now condition number 2. Now in this condition number 2, a person starts from point A. Now this is point A and walks 9 meters towards west. A person starts from point A and walks 9 meters towards west, then 9 meters west. He then takes a right turn and walks 5 meters, right hand side and walks 5 meters. He then takes the final right turn and stops at point S after walking 14, right hand side and stops at point S, and which is 14 meters. S is 5 meters to the north of Q. S is 5 meters to the north of Q clearly given. What is the distance here? 5 meters. Now what is the question here? Now A is in which direction with respect to point Q? Tell me whether we can able to determine or not. Q is here. This is south and this is west and southwest. A is to the southwest with respect to point Q. Are we getting a unique answer or not? How am I getting the answer here? Only by using condition number 2 alone. Hence 2 alone is sufficient to determine the answer. Then choice, the data in 2 alone is sufficient, that is choice 3. 2 alone are sufficient. And this is about question number 82. Then coming to question number 83, on which date was Sudha's result declared? Now we need to identify the date on which this Sudha's result was declared. Now Sudha correctly remembered that her results were declared after 24th June but before 30th. After 24, before 30th, it could be either 25, 26, 27, 28 and 29. Any one of these 5 days. And before 30th June. And next one, what is the next information here? Sudha's mother correctly remembered that Sudha's result was declared on a Monday. Among these 5 days, any day could be on Monday. Hence, 1 alone is not sufficient. Isn't it? Now the question is about the date, but not the day. Then condition number 2. Sudha's father correctly remembered that Sudha's result was declared after 25th June. After 25th June. Hence, tell me after 25th June, what are the dates? 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. And these are the 5 days. And after 25th June, and Sudha's friend correctly remembered that the last day of June of the same year was Thursday. Now this was Thursday. Isn't it? Now on which day this person's result was declared? On any one of these 5 days. Hence 1 alone is not sufficient, 2 alone is not sufficient. As 1 alone, 2 alone is not sufficient, now we need to combine these two. Now according to condition number 1, now Sudha's mother correctly remembers that her result was declared on Monday. Now 30th was Thursday and this will be Wednesday, and this is what? This is Tuesday and this will be Monday. Hence her result was declared on which day? Monday. And Monday was which day? 27th. Am I getting the answer or not? How am I getting the answer? By combining these two statements. Hence both the statements are required to get the answer. Hence both the statements are required. Then what is your choice? Yes, tell me the choice. Choice 4. The data in both statements 1 and 2 together are necessary to get the answer. Hence her result was declared on 27th. Then question number 84. Now in this 84, 6 people are seated around a circular table facing the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people, U, V, W, X, Y and Z are seated around a circular table facing the center with equal distance between each other but not necessarily in the same order. Then who sits out to the right of X? Out to the right of X is nothing but, then who is the person opposite to X? Among these 6 persons, third person is nothing but opposite. Isn't it? Now the question is about who is the person opposite to this X. And in order to identify the person who is seated out to the right of X, U sits to the immediate left of Y. Now Y is here. U sits to the immediate left of Y. Tell me whether we can represent like this or not. Now I am fixing Y at this place. U sits to the immediate left of Y. Only one person between U and X. As only one person between U and X, how many different possibilities you can have? X can be here. And what is the second possibility? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y is here. U is here. One person between U and X, X can be here. There are 2 possibilities for this U and X. W is an immediate neighbor of Y. As W is an immediate neighbor of Y, now in this case W will be here. Am I getting the answer or not? Now this case is ruled out. Why this case is ruled out? Because there is no place left for this W. And there is only one case here. Now in this one case, and who sits out to the right of X? Tell me. Y sits out to the right of X. Am I getting the answer or not? Isn't it? Hence, how am I getting the answer here? Only by using condition number 1 alone. 1 alone is sufficient to determine the answer because Y is out to the right of X. Then as 1 alone is sufficient, now tell me what should I do? whether I should check out 2 alone or not, because there is a choice called either 1 alone or 2 alone is sufficient. Whether you are getting the answer with 1 alone or not, you should always check out 2 alone also. Clear? Then what about 2 alone here? Now only one person between y and z. As only one person between y and z, only 6 persons were there. If y is here, z will be here, that is first possibility. And second possibility, only one person between y and z. If y is here, z will be here, that is the second possibility. Only one person between y and z. Next one. U is an immediate neighbor of z. As u is an immediate neighbor of z, tell me what are the possibilities. U can be either at this place or can be at this place. U can be at this place or can be at this place. X sits to the immediate right of V. X is to the immediate right of V. What are the different possibilities we can have? X is to the immediate right of V. X and V can be like this, or X and V can be like this. Here also X is to the immediate right of V. X and V can be at this place, or X and V can be at this place. And so how many possibilities do we have? The position of X itself is not fixed here, isn't it? Hence 2 alone is not sufficient. Then what is your answer here? Only 1 alone is sufficient, 1 alone choice, 1 is the answer. Now this is about question number 84. Then coming to question number 85. Now in this question number 85, 5 packets each having a different color, A, B, C, D and E are kept one above the other but not necessarily in the same order. Then what is the question here? What is the color of packet C? Now we need to find out the color of this packet C. Now these 5 packets were placed one above the other like this. Now we need to identify the color of packet C. Then condition number 1. Yellow packet is kept immediately above C. If C is here, yellow is immediately above C. Yellow packet is kept immediately above C. There are only 2 packets between C and B. As there are only 2 packets between C and B, then tell me how many possibilities we can have. Can C be at this place or not? If C is here, then yellow will be here. That is one possibility. Only 2 packets between C and B, B can be here. That is one possibility. Then what is the second possibility? Tell me here. If C is here and only 2 packets between C and B, B will be here, and yellow packet is immediately above C. And so how many possibilities do we have? We have some 2 possibilities. Yellow packet is kept immediately above C. There are only 2 packets between C and B, and there are only 2 packets between C and B. Then one more possibility is also there. What is the other possibility here? The other possibility is if C is at the second place and yellow will be here, then B will be here. There are 2 packets between C and B. Are we getting? Are we having 3 different possibilities or not? Then, and there are only 2 packets between C and B. There are only 3 packets between B and A. As there are 3 packets between B and A, then what is the possibility here? B and A must be here, isn't it? And in this case, B and A will be like this. Now we have some 2 possibilities. A and B must be at either ends of the row. And the pink packet is kept immediately below A. Pink packet is kept immediately below A. This is ruled out because A itself is at the last place. And pink is immediately below A, hence pink is this one, immediately below. Now the question is about what? What is the color of packet C? Tell me what is the color of packet C? It is pink color. Am I getting a unique answer or not? Hence how am I getting the answer here? Only by using condition number 1 alone. Now 1 alone I got the answer. Now we need to check out whether with the help of 2 alone are we getting the answer or not. Because there is a choice like either 1 alone or 2 alone is sufficient. Hence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now condition number 2 I am checking out here. The blue packet is kept third from the top. Now this is the blue packet. Now the blue packet is kept third from the top of the stack. Only one packet is kept between A and blue packet. A and blue packet, there is only one. A can be here. That is one possibility. Then what is the other possibility? Blue is here. Only one packet between A and blue. There is the second possibility. And only 3 packets are kept in between A and B. A is here, B will be here, and A is here, B will be here. And C is kept immediately below the yellow packet. As C is kept immediately below the yellow packet, if B is yellow, then C will be here. Or if this is yellow, and C will be blue, isn't it? And in this one, if this is yellow, this will be C, or if this is yellow, this will be C, or if this is, and that's it. And how many possibilities do we have? We have some 2 possibilities. Then what is the color of packet C? Either it can be blue or something else, isn't it? Hence, we are not 100% sure about the color of this packet C. Hence, 2 alone is not sufficient because we are not getting a unique answer. Hence, only 1 alone is sufficient. Only 1 alone is sufficient. Then what is your choice? Tell me here. Only 1 alone is sufficient. Data in statement 1 alone are sufficient to answer the question, while data in 2 alone are not sufficient. Choice 5. Now, this is about question numbers 81 to 85. Then question numbers 86 to 90. Now, in this question numbers 86 to 90, what is the information here? 12 people are seated in 2 parallel rows. 12 people seated in 2 parallel rows, 6 in each of these rows, 6 in each of these rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is one row, and this is the second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tell me who are the persons in this one. In row 1, P, Q, R, S, T and U. P, Q, R, S, T and U are seated, and all of them are facing south. Now, this is row 1, and who are the persons in row 1? P, Q, R, S, T, U. And who are the persons in row 2? A through F are the persons in row 2, and these persons are facing towards north. Clear? Then, condition number 1. In the given arrangement, seated in a row faces another member, and R sits thought to the right of T. R is seated thought to the right of T. Tell me what are the positions of this one. R sits thought to the right of T, and T does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line. Isn't it? R sits thought to the right of T, T does not sit at any extreme end of the line. R sits thought to the right of T. Now, T cannot be at this place, isn't it? And T can be here or not? T is here. If T is here, 1, 2, 3, R will be here. That is one possible. Then what is the second possibility here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And T does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line. 3, 4, 5, 6. If T is at the third place, R sits thought to the right of T. Because all these persons are facing towards south. Their right hand side is towards our left hand side. R sits thought to the right of T. T does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line. And the one facing T sits second to the right of A. The one who is facing T, that means this person is seated second to the right of A, hence A must be here. Now, the one who is facing T sits second to the right of A, hence A must be here. Clear now? The one facing T sits second to the right of A. Only 2 people between A and F. How many people in between A and F? Exactly 2 persons. As A is here, F must be here. As only 2 persons between A and F, F will be here. D sits second to the left of E. D is seated second to the left of E. Tell me what are the different possibilities for this one. D sits second to the left of E. D cannot be at this place, isn't it? D cannot be here, D cannot be here. What is the only possibility? D at this place, D sits second to the left of E, isn't it? Now, in this case, D can be here, E can be here. That is one possibility. Second possibility, D here, A here. This is another possibility, isn't it? We are having 2 different possibilities or not? Only the one facing T sits second to the right of A. Only 2 people between A and F. D sits second to the left of E. D is seated second to the left of E. E does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line. As E does not sit at any extreme ends of the line, E cannot be here. Hence, D cannot be here. Hence, D at this place, E will be at this place. Clear now? Then, B faces U. B and U are facing each other. As B and U are facing each other, now U cannot be at this place. Why? Because if U is here, B must be opposite to U, which is not possible. U cannot be here, U cannot be here, and U cannot be here. Then what is the only possibility here? U at this place, and U sits opposite to B. U and B are opposite to each other. Then coming to this one, U cannot be at this place, U cannot be here, and U cannot be here as well. Hence, U must be at this place, and B is here. U and B are opposite to each other. Only one person between U and S. One person between U and S. In the first case, S must be at this place. Now, in the second case, one person between U and S is not possible, because S and T must be in the same place, which is ruled out. And the second case is ruled out. Now, we are left with only one case, and Q is not an immediate neighbor of S. As Q is not an immediate neighbor of S, hence Q cannot be in between S and T. Hence, Q must be at this place. If Q is here, Then who is the other person left over here? P is left over, and P will be at this place. P, Q, R, S, T, and U are the persons, and in this one A, B, C, D, and F are the persons. Clear now? And this is how these 12 persons were seated in two different rows, 6 persons facing towards south and 6 persons facing towards north, 86 to 90. Done with this? Then question numbers 91 to 95. 91 to 95, coding and decoding. Yes, 91 to 95, coding and decoding. Then 96 to 100. Now 96 to 100. Now input and output. I'll just explain the logic behind this one, 96 to 100. Now in this 96 to 100, input and output. Now in this input and output, what is information here? Input, how many elements are there in the input? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 elements are there. And which step is the final step? Step 5 is the final step. 10 elements are there. And fifth step is the final output. That means in each step, exactly 2 elements are being arranged. Isn't it? Then how these elements are arranged, I will explain, see here. Now, first we should always identify the logic behind this one. In order to identify the logic behind this one, we should always compare the input with the final output. What is the final output here? Stem, pain, life, cry, and bake. Now all these words are arranged in the descending order. S, P, L, C, B. The words are arranged in the descending order. Now the numbers. 96, 73, 28, 14, 11. All the numbers are arranged in the descending order. Words in the descending order, numbers also in the descending order. That is the logic. Then we need to identify the method involved in this one. Now in order to identify the method involved in this one, we should always compare input with step 1, isn't it? Then which word has been arranged at the first place? Bake at the first place. And what is the number here? 96 arranged at the last place. And in step 2, bake shifted to the second place. Step 3, bake shifted to the third place. Bake shifted to the fourth place. And finally bake shifted to the fifth place in step 5. And coming to this 96 shifted to 9th place in step 2. 8th place in step 3, and 7th place in step 4, and finally 6th place in step 5. And afterwards, before this bake, cry will be arranged, and before this 96, 73 will be arranged. Again they will be shifted to the right hand side and left hand side. Clear? This is how all these elements will be arranged in 5 steps. Done with this? Now this is about paper number 57, question numbers 66 to 100. Done with this? Number series. Yes, number series, question numbers please. Question numbers 46 onwards. Now question number 46. Now 46 to 50. 3, 5, 12, 38, 154, 9, 14, 4, 6, 3, 4. One number is wrong in each of the given series given, and you have to identify that number, and assuming that a new series starts with that number, following the same logic as that of the given series. And which are the numbers in 1, 2, 3, 4 given below each series will be the third number in the new series. Now first we need to identify the wrong number, and starting with the wrong number as the second series, then identify the third series. Okay, this is how you are supposed to work out these questions. Work out at your home. Okay. Now sir, 3, 5, 12 and so on. 3, 5, 12, 38, 154. Tell me. Now sir, whether it comes under difference, product or combination? Combination, because it is starting at 3 and ending at 4, 6, 3, 4. Numbers are increasing at a very faster rate. And 3 and 5 cannot be related in the product, hence it must be under combination. Then how to express this one in the combination here? 3 and 3 and 5. 3, 5, next one is 12 and 38 and 38, 154, isn't it? After this 154, 914, next to 914, 4, 6, 3, 4 are the numbers given, 4, 6, 3, 4, isn't it? Now 3 and 5, how to express this one? 3 into 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. And 5 and 12, 5 into 2, 10 plus 2 is 12. And 12 and 38, 12 into 3, 36 plus 2, 38. Yes, what is the logic here? Into 1 plus 2, into 2 plus 2, into 3 plus 2, into 4 plus 2, into 4 plus 2. What is 38 into 4? 38 into 4 is 38, 38, 76, 76, 152. 152 plus 2, 154, this is also correct one. And the next one, 154 into 5. What is 154 into 5? 154 divided by 2. Yes, tell me what is the number here? 154 divided by 154 into 5. 700, isn't it? 720. 720, isn't it? 770. Now 770 plus how much? Plus 2. Then what is the wrong number here? 914 is the wrong number. Now no need to identify, no need to correct this one, because the next series should be started with the wrong number itself. What is the wrong number here? 914 is the wrong number. And starting with 914 as the wrong number, 914 into 1 plus 2, that is 916, and 916 into 2 plus 2. What is 916 into 2 plus 2? 900 into 2, 1800, 16 into 2, 32, 1832 plus 2, 1834, that is choice 3 is the answer. Now the question is about what? Identify the third number in the next series. Clear now? Cheppandi, follow avutunnara leda? Now first we should identify the wrong number in the original series, starting with the wrong number as the first number in the second series, applying the same logic as followed in the previous one, then we should identify the third number in the next series. Can you work out these questions or not? Chestara, any doubts unnaya indulo? As 46 to 50, anything to be explained apart from this 46? Can you work out this one, or shall I explain any one of these questions? Questions please, quick. Cheppandi, time అయిపోయింది ఇప్పటికే. నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్కి వాళ్ళు ఆల్రెడీ రెడీ ఉన్నారు. అందుకే చెప్తున్నా, క్వశ్చన్స్ మీరు చేస్తారా, ఏదైనా క్వశ్చన్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయమంటే నెంబర్ చెప్పండి, ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాం. 49. ఎస్, ఇంకా 48. 48. Question number 48 in this one. What is 48 in this one? 2, 14, 18, 162, 62 and so on. Now 2, 14 and 18. How to express this one? 2, 14 and 18, tell me. Yes, what is the logic behind this one? 2, 14, 18, 162, 62, 143, 90. Now 2, 14 and 18, tell me what is the difference between these two? 2, 14 and 18 difference? 196. Plus 196 or minus 196? Minus 196. 18 and 162, what is the difference between these two? 18 and 162, 18 plus 144 is 162. What are these numbers? 196 and 144. 196 is 14 square and 144 is 12 square. 14 square, 12 square, and the next one should be in the descending order. Next one 10 square. What is 10 square? Minus 100. Hence it is 62. This is also correct. Next one plus 84, isn't it? And 62 plus 84, what is the number here? 62 plus 84, 2 plus 4, 6 should be the number. But as here it is 143. Hence 143 is the wrong number, isn't it? As 143 is the wrong number, starting with 143. 143 minus how much? 143 minus 196. 143 minus 96, what is the number here? 6 minus 3 is 3, 19 minus 4 is 5, isn't it? Minus 53. And minus 53 plus 144. Minus 53 plus 144, what is the number here? 144 and 53, 91 is the number. Hence 91, choice 4. Clear now? Yes, what is the logic here? Squares of even numbers are subtracted and added alternately, starting with 14 in the descending order. Minus 14 square plus 12 square minus 10 square plus 8 square minus 6 square plus 4 square and so on. Next one. Question number please. 49. Now question number 49, 160 and 80. How to express this 160 and 80? 160 into 0.5 is 80. And 80 and 120, how to express this one? 80 into 1.5 is 120. 0.5, 1.5. Next one is what? Next one is 2.5. 120 into 2.5 is how much? 12 into 2.5, 30. 300 should be the number, isn't it? 300. But what is given here? 180. Hence what is the wrong number? 180. Starting with 180. 180 into 0.5, 90. 90 into 1.5, how much? 135. Is it there in the choice or not? 135. 135, choice 5 is the answer. Done with this? Yes, anything else? Okay, this is about paper number